The monsoon rains have caused havoc in 3 eastern districts of Songkhla, Panchthar and Taplejung as 4 people have been killed while scores others are reported missing. Swollen rivers have also swept away several bridges, including the bridge at Hewa on the Mechi Highway. In other contexts, cricket provided a brief relief as Nepali batters posted a challenging target only to see Zimbabwe notch up the target with ease as the World Cup global qualifiers kicked off from today. Good evening, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha and these are the headlines of the hour. At least 4 people killed and 33 others missing in floods and landslides in Songkhla, Taplejung and Panchthar. Super Hewa hydropower completely damaged. 2 motorable bridges of Mechi Highway swept away. CPN-UML Chair KP Sharma Oli wants complete dominance over the party, breaches party statute, sidelines dissent voices to retain the top post. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken meets his Chinese counterpart, seeks line of communication rather than breakthrough agreements. And Zimbabwe register a comfortable 8-wicket victory over Nepal in the inaugural match of the Global World Cup qualifiers. Irvin and Williams score centuries. At least 4 people have been killed and 33 others have gone missing in last night's floods and landslides in Songkhla, Panchthar and Taplejung. A person identified as Santosh Rai of Panchkapan 9 has died in the flood in Hewa River of Songkhla. Likewise, 9-year-old Juna Savden of Panchthar's Falelung Rural Municipality, who was rescued from the landslide, later died while receiving treatment. Likewise, Ganesh Tamang, aged 31, from Taplejung's Sidingwa Rural Municipality, has also been killed in a landslide. Sanjog Lawa of Panchthar's Fidim 10 is also among those who have been killed. A total of 21 people have been missing due to the flood in Hewa River. Flood in the river after being blocked by landslide debris in Chainpur Municipality Ward Number 4 and Panchkapan Municipality Ward Number 9 has completely damaged the under construction Super Hewa hydropower in Chainpur 4. Meanwhile, the floods triggered by incessant rainfall have also caused damages in Panchthar and Taplejung districts. At least 10 individuals have gone missing after being swept by floods in the 2 districts. Bridges have been swept away by the floods at various places. According to Chief of the District Police Office Panchthar, Hari Khatiwada, 6 individuals have gone missing in the flood of the Hewa River. The flood has also swept away the bridge over the Hewa River connecting Panchthar and Taplejung under the Mechi Highway. The flood has also swept 2 motorable bridges and a suspension bridge in Falelung Rural Municipalities Lumangdin and Kumone. Police have said that several houses have been swept in Yangwarak Rural Municipality 2 and 3. The 3 districts in Koshi province were hard hit within the first week of the start of the monsoon rains. Apart from the loss of lives and properties, monsoon has also played havoc with the development projects. The government comes up with plans every year in a bid to minimize risks. However, such efforts are not translated into reality. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority has stated that the country has to bear the loss of 1.77 billion rupees due to rain-induced disasters in the span of last 10 years. The government efforts, however, have been limited to relief and rescue after the incident rather than minimizing the risk. If the local residents of Songkhla, Taplejung and Panchthar were informed about the approaching floods last night, they would have moved to safer locations in time. The authority has been mentioning about the installation of smart siren that would send out alarm prior to the approaching danger. However, no development has been achieved in this regard. As per the latest technology, such alerts are also programmed in mobile phones. However, there are no such provisions made available by the authority. General public can at least call the authority and inquire about the possible risk of flooding. The authority said that there are possible flooding risks tonight as well. According to the authority, an estimated 1.25 million people could be affected by rain-induced disasters this season. In our Public Voice segment today, we have asked people in several provinces what should be done to minimize the risks of natural disasters. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
बाटोहरु जथाभावी खन्नु भएन
स्थानीय तहबाट नै विपद व्यवस्थापन सम्बन्धी जनचेतनामूलक कार्यहरू गर्यो भने
कर्मचारीलाई चाहिँ अलर्ट पोजिसनमा चाहिँ राख्नु पर्यो
सम्पूर्ण समुदायले हातेमालो गरेर अगाडि बढ्नु पर्यो
पूर्व तयारीलाई प्राथमिकता दिनु पर्यो
वृक्षारोपणदेखि लिएर वनजंगल जोगाउनदेखि लिएर हरेक कुराहरुमा ध्यान दिनु जरुरी छ
तीन तहको सरकारले पूर्व तयारीको योजना गर्नु राम्रो हुन्छ
बाढी आयो पहिरो आउँदैछ पानी आउँदैछ हाउरी आउँछ भने संकेत खालको साइरन राखिदियो भने जनता सचेत हुन्छन्
सूचना प्रणालीलाई सक्रिय बनाउनु पर्यो
सम्पूर्ण संस्थाहरूले विपद जोखिम न्यूनीकरण कार्यक्रमहरू सचेतना कार्यक्रम लागू गर्ने
यसमा विशेष गरी स्थानीय लेभलदेखि नै हामी सबैजना जागरुक हुनु
पहिला योजना गराउनु पर्यो अनि चाहिँ त्यो अनुसारको कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्यो
CPN-UML chairperson KP Sharma Oli has become all the more powerful in the party rank and files over the years. Even as the UML chair amended the party statute that was endorsed by the Central Committee of the General Convention, not a single leader could raise the voice of dissent. Despite assurance of propelling the youth leaders into party leadership, Leader Oli's recent activities have been limited to his own welfare. Internal discussions have at least started in the CPN-UML as the party chair KP Sharma Oli amended the 70-year age limit that barred party members from contesting the general election. It was earlier speculated that the move was to sideline the then chairperson Jhalanath Khanal and Bamdev Gautam. However, with the scrapping of the Communist Party of Nepal, there were changes in the internal dynamics of the party. Chairperson Oli now wants to amend the party statute in such a way that he can remain at the top position of the party as long as he likes. Even as not a single leader had dared to raise a voice of dissent against Leader Oli and his unilateral ways, it is evident that many leaders are against the growing dominance of Leader Oli in the party. A case has been filed at the High Court Patan citing that millions of rupees was lost after the Kathmandu metropolis halted the Kantipur Hisan Edu Fair. The Higher Institutions and Secondary Schools Association Nepal or Hisan filed a case against Kathmandu metropolis at the High Court Patan demanding for a compensation of 300 million rupees. Organizing a press meet in Kathmandu today, Hisan informed that the Kathmandu Metropolis Police halted the Kantipur Hisan Edu Fair, which was being organized with permission from the Ministry of Education and informing the District Administration Office as well as the Metropolis Office. Hisan has urged to reoperate the education fair. 75 educational institutions in the capital were to participate in the event. However, the Kathmandu Metropolitan City halted the education fair, saying that it was organized before the results of School Education Examination or SEE and Grade 12 were published. PAPSON and PAPSON, Forum for Health and Technical Science, Open, PUCAN, ACON, among other organizations related with education in the country, have said that the action taken by the Kathmandu Metropolitan City to halt the education fair has threatened the education sector. The Kantipur Hisan Edu Fair, which was inaugurated by Speaker Devraj Ghimire, was halted by the Kathmandu Metropolitan City Police on the first day of the education fair last Thursday. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday, we had asked you, why are some parties in the ruling alliance forming a separate socialist coalition? 36% voted for A, to save the party's existence. 43% voted for B, to increase bargaining of power. And 21% voted for C, to threaten bigger parties. Here's today's question. What's your take on budget expenditure towards the end of the fiscal in the name of development? Your options are A, nexus between officials and contractors, B, ploy to show work, and C, hassles-laden process. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the international update. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has met with China's Foreign Minister Qin Gang in Beijing at the start of the two-day talks with Chinese officials. The visit is the first by an American diplomat to China in almost 5 years. U.S. officials said the main goal of the talks is to stabilize a relationship that has become extremely tense. It comes nearly 5 months after an earlier Blinken visit was postponed following the flight of a suspected Chinese spy balloon in U.S. airspace. Foreign Minister Qin greeted Blinken at the Diaoyutai State Guest House, a lavish estate that typically hosts visiting dignitaries. The greeting was businesslike, underscoring the chilly relations that have developed between the two superpowers in recent years.
Sports news.
Team Nepal suffered an 8-wicket defeat at the hands of Zimbabwe despite a valiant batting effort by Kushal Bhurtel and Asif Sheikh in the inaugural match of the ICC World Cup Global Qualifiers. Craig Irvine and Sean Williams both scored unbeaten centuries for host Zimbabwe on their way to a comfortable victory. In the match at Harare Sports Club, Zimbabwe elected to field first after winning the toss. Asif Sheikh and Kushal Bhurtel put on a record first wicket partnership of 171 runs for Nepal. This was the highest partnership achieved by Nepal for any wicket in the ODI format. Kushal Bhurtel tragically missed his century by 1 run as he was bowled for 99 off the bowling of Wellington Masakadza. Kushal faced 95 balls as he had struck 13 fours and 2 sixes in his stylish innings. Kushal also had a lucky escape early in his innings as he was dropped on 1 run. Kushal also became the first Nepali batter to score a half-century against a test-playing nation. The other opener, Asif Sheikh, contributed 66 runs. Kushal Malla also chipped in with 41 runs, while skipper Rohit Paudel departed after scoring 31 runs. Nepal at one stage looked on course to cross the 300-run mark, but failed to capitalize on the last 5 overs. Richard Ngarava was the pick of the Zimbabwe bowlers with 4 wickets. In reply, Zimbabwe achieved the target with ease as skipper Craig Irvine and Sean Williams both struck unbeaten centuries. Sandeep Lamichhane went wicketless after 33 matches. Nepal next take on USA on Tuesday. In another match, West Indies defeated USA by 39 runs. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.